So I teach commercial financing course. The workshops, it's been a year now in full force. It's funny, when I first started teaching that course, I offered nearly free. Most of you don't know this, for commercial financing mastery course was initially offered as a fast track course for like $250, and that was over 4 days, over 2 weeks. And the people would choose not to take advantage of that. And this is when I was teaching. I was fairly new about teaching the course. I wasn't really good at it, and of course my PowerPoint wasn't as great as it is today. But it was almost free. Today I charge almost $5,000. And I've trained more people today than I did back when I first started. Isn't that crazy?
Well, in fact, I don't think it's crazy because it's the natural path for a mastery course. When you have a mastery course, you first need to create a course, and you don't want to take advantage of people, so you put the entry level very low, so you see what you're teaching is effective and it works. And you've done that. You didn't take the money of people, for no reason.
Yep.
You taught them, you gave them great value, and that reinforced to you that what you learn is really good, and what is really worth, that's where you were able to increase the value to 5,000. I'll tell you one thing. If those people didn't pay those $5,000, it's because they didn't see the value. But they pay that because they see the full value. They can recover that not in one transaction, in half transaction.
Well, you've taken the course, so before you took the course, how did you feel about commercial financing, or did you know much wise about commercial financing?
Exactly the same as I felt when I joined the industry. Like I had no idea what I was getting into, and I feared everything. I feared sitting down with the client because if they ask me something and I don't know the answer, what about if I screw it up? All those fears. But only I think with the first weekend, I grasped the concepts. The fear kind of went away,
yeah.
And now I feel confident asking for an application. I know that I don't have all the answers, but I don't need to have all the answers. I just need to have experts besides me that help me get the answers, and off you go.
Yeah. Oh, it's I do offer ongoing mentorship, and with all the co-broker, even I show them step by step how it's being done by keeping them in the loop in the email transaction, and as well as interaction by following up with them what's happening with the file. You've done a few files now.
Yes.
Right? How does it feel now for a new file gets presented to you? How's the difference?
The difference is that I know the process from A to Z, so I don't fear that anymore. The only thing that I have to learn more, and that's part of achieving excellence, is having more files through the same process, because then you start to know the little details that make or break a file. Like we had before, we're not going to name any lender, but there was one credit union that had an additional report,
yeah.
An inspection report,
yeah.
that killed the deal.
That's right.
And had nothing to do with the DCR or with the income documents, with anything at all, except an additional report.
Extra requirement.
An extra requirement that other lenders may not require, and thus the deal may have funded.
Yeah.
But
so, you learn something every day.
it's not failing as long as you learn.
That's right.
I think so.
I agree. That's a good mindset, attitude. I think for me was, even after teaching all this time, I'm still learning as a teacher, and thank God I've gotten feedback over the years, and most of them good, some of them not so good, but I'm still taking that. So whenever I get a feedback like this, I value the feedback, even the negative ones, because I look at it as, okay, it's something I'm doing that they are not getting. Because when you have two people from the same company taking your course, it's like a twin story. One twin becomes very successful in life, and the other twin is broke and he's in jail all the time. What's the difference? Is it the family? Is it upbringing? What is it?
In my opinion, it's what you have between your ears. It's your mindset. It's all your mindset.
I believe that's it.
Because once you go through your course, the very next day, what you should do is go and market commercial financing. So you should go and try to get an application, because in my opinion, the only way you truly learn is when you do it.
Thank God you said it and not me.
Because I can take your course over and over again, and I will understand the concepts, But
until you do it.
and if I don't do it,
Yeah.
it will not sink and it will not be part of my knowledge and my
That's right.
internal
Yeah.
knowledge.
So I'll be frank here. I'm one of those heartfelt kind of guy who do this, and I'm sure you realize over the year, when you get this kind of harsh feedback, you're like, oh, what am I doing wrong? But I'm scratching my head. How could it be when 36 other brokers that took my course were successful and making a huge amount of money and leveraging the knowledge that gained over the weekend and be able to make money? Why one individual didn't either grasp it, absorb it, and not benefit from it, and see no value on my course? I'm scratching my head.
Oh, I'll tell you another answer to that question. It's because no matter what you do, you cannot please everyone.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, and this is so true. Even if there exists the perfect person, if it would exist that person, no, there will be one person that doesn't like it.
That's true.
So you cannot cater to anybody, and you shouldn't. What you should do is keep improving your course, and I know you're doing that on a regular basis. You have the foundation, now keep building on top of it. Some people will not like it, that's totally fine. Some people will not benefit from it.
I
That's
definitely
fine.
got a good idea though after the feedback, because I asked myself a better question. My favorite mentor, Tony Robbins, on stage. Successful people are successful as a result. They ask a better question, so
Yes.
as a result they get more successful. And I thought, how could I do better? And that's a great question. And I said, that's a great question. How could I do better in the future? When the next time you come back to the course, it'll be different. It'll be totally
In
different.
a month.
In a month.
In a month.
Yeah.
Very good.
So I look forward to seeing you there, and I look forward to seeing the feedback afterwards.
You betcha.
Yeah, well,
Thank
thanks
you.
for your time, Miguel.